Hello, I'm Dylan Sumner, and this is Marshall County Close-Up. This is where we find someone in the high school and we have an interview with them, get to know more about them outside the school. Today we have Craig Morris with us. He's a Marshall County native. He used to teach at Meade County High School in Brandenburg, Kentucky, but if it wasn't for his wife, he wouldn't have come back. He is the biomedical teacher at the Marshall County Technical Center. He's been married for 24 years and has 2 kids. He has his bachelor's at Murray State University and also his rank 1 in education, but master's at Louisville. When he's not here at his real job, he is producing music and writing music. So, Mr. Morris, how are you doing today?
World class, how are you?
I'm good. So, being a biomedical science teacher, what gave you the opportunity to do that, and what stuck out to be that?
Well, when I came back to Marshall County after I was at Meade County, and I taught at Livingston County too, but when I came back to Marshall County, this program had just been created, and it focuses on the side of the biology that I'm most interested in, which is like cell biology and molecular biology and genetics and things like that. So once they offered the opportunity to me, I jumped right in and took it.
So with it being you doing biomedical science for your real job and then music for kind of like a hobby job or what we call a jobby, how do those are 2 opposite things. How do those?
They're totally related because I come to work every day and I teach biomedical science for the sole purpose of buying recording equipment.
That's funny. Okay. So when did you start writing your own songs?
When I was I would say probably when I was about 20.
Really?
Yeah, or ish. Early 20s.
So everybody has a different music writing process. So do you start with vocals or do you start with drums? What do you start with?
It typically starts out with an idea just in my head, and sometimes a song will come to me completely formed. Like I can hear the entire arrangement. I can hear the guitars and the bass and the drums and the keys and back. I can hear the whole thing, and and the words come all at once too. But sometimes I'll just be messing around on guitar and I'll come up with an idea, and that'll be the basis of the song. It's really rare that I do something like come up with a drum beat and write a song for that.
So what inspires you to write music? So do you have artists that inspire you, or do you just have different music that comes up, or what?
I don't know. Sometimes it's just like a lightning bolt, and it just comes down and it
just
hits you. It just happens and it just hits you. Yeah. But I mean, sometimes I'll be listening to a particular artist or a particular genre of music, and I'll be like, I'll do something like that.
Yeah. So I heard you made your own recording gear,
Right,
so do you make your own chords? Do you make your own recorder?
No, not record. I mean, I record most often to computer, so it's hard disk. But in terms of, I make everything from microphones to cables to preamps, EQs, compressors, all that stuff.
You said you made it on computers. So what program software do you use?
I prefer to use Reaper.
Okay.
But when I'm mixing for other clients, a lot of times they'll send in Pro Tools sessions, so I have to have some familiar.
Sometimes it's in Pro Tools.
Yeah, but it's terrible.
Yeah, I've heard Pro Tools are good. Sometimes Pro Tools are bad. I guess it depends what you use it for.
It's not my jam.
Really? So I heard you recorded music for the worst movie.
Worst movie ever? Yeah, I did. I don't even remember how many years.
How'd you land that job?
Somebody was talking to Mike Myers, and somebody's manager told somebody to find a bluegrass band, and so the bluegrass band happened to be a local group called the McKendrees, who I was in a band at the time with called Terrapin Pond.
Yeah.
And so it was the McKendrees and a Paducah musician named Josh Coffey on fiddle. So we recorded Foggy Mountain Breakdown, the bluegrass standard for the movie The Love Guru, and it was for a bar fight scene.
Oh.
Yeah. So I engineered that in my old garage studio at my old place, and it pretty much ruined Mike Myers' career. It was so bad.
So what genre would your music say? Are you rock? Are you southern rock? You said you were bluegrass. Are you a bluegrass band?
No. I went through a phase of about 4 or 5 years where I I mean, on paper, it was kind of to be like the American Led Zeppelin or something like that. We played hard rock. We played hard rock, but we had banjo and mandolin electrified in the band, so it kind of combined like a hard rock and American folk music, kind of like Zepp did hard rock and British folk music.
Okay. So, have you played with anybody famous or anybody we would know in the high school? Like you said, Grant Gillen's dad, he graduated, or not Grant Gillen's dad graduated, but Grant Gillen graduated last year. You said you've played with him before for if you need some drum parts. So
that's right.
Who else have you famously or we would know from famous musicians?
Local fame? I mean, the elusive Jay Larkin from the Sweet Tea Company.
Yeah.
You know Jay? Mm-hmm. It's Olivia and Dylan's dad. Trying to think who else you might know from around here.
You go like out of town and play with people?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I've played more out of town than I've played in town. My stuff's usually a little weird for local taste.
Really?
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
I don't play Southern Rock Boogie, so it's not a lot of gigs.
I guess it depends on like who you hang out with and stuff like that. So if you go out of town, where do you go? Do you go like far? Do you go like Illinois? Or do you go Tennessee?
I've mostly played in the eastern United States. I mean, like St. Louis, Lexington, Louisville. I don't know if I ever played in Tennessee. Georgia, there's a big music scene in Athens, Georgia, where the University of Georgia is. So we played several times down there. Yeah.
So do you do? I know some bands, even like really big bands, do like covers. But do you do like originals and covers? You just have like all originals you do?
I really kind of loathe playing other people's music. I mean, it's cool if you do. It's cool if that's what you do. But it isn't my thing. And I couldn't play you anybody else's song right now.
Really?
I used to be in a cover band before I started playing. The first band I played out with live was with Jay Larkin and Gillum and several other local guys. But we played covers back then. But no more.
All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Morris, for taking time out of your day. My name is Dylan Sumner, and this is Marshall Close Up.